Welcome, everyone, to Saturday night's short form improv comedy show, Comedy One Shots. We are Chaotic Good Improv, and we will be improvising for you all tonight. Sure, that's about it. That's what we're going to be doing. We're just going to be improvising for you guys tonight. I was trying to come up with something very profound, and nothing came to the surface. But thank you guys for joining us and watching along. Since it is improvisation, it is short form. We'll be needing a lot of different suggestions from you guys throughout the show. So just don't think too hard. Just typically when we ask for something, first thing comes to your head. Doesn't have to be magnanimous. It could just be anything. Just a word or a phrase or whatever. Feel free to type it into your chat, whether you're watching us on Twitch or Facebook Live or YouTube Live. Our wizard Chadley, as I've been calling him lately, is our science wizard. I also have a science shirt, but mine's backwards. He'll be monitoring the chat, and he'll be letting us know what suggestions he chooses for the scene, and we'll improvise a scene based on that suggestion. Let's introduce our cast here. So tonight, my name is Chris for everyone. And tonight we also have Gabe.
We have Gabe.
And we've got Katie.
We got a Katie.
We've got a 3-person show, and it's going to be fun. We've got a lot of games lined up for you guys, so pop a squat. Don't pop a squat. I meant to say, like, sit down and pop open a beer. Squat came out, and that's not what I want you guys to be doing. So just sit down and relax and enjoy yourselves. Before I say something else stupid and embarrassing, I'm going to turn it over to our tech guy, Chad, for any announcements that we have before the show starts. Chad.
I don't know if I can top that. I mean, I was going to mention that Saturday night's all right for improv, and on the same note, the Twitch is back. What, 2 Elton John songs? I don't get credit for that? Come on. Anyway.
I'll give you credit.
All right. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being here with us tonight. We really, really enjoy doing these improv shows for all of you. Hey, I mean, where else are you going to get, this level of comedy for free? Boy, that silence was awkward. Anyway, but yeah, seriously, this is something we really love doing every week, and we are pleased to have all of you with us. We have 2 new followers. That would be Vulcan Fire 1964 and Nova Storm 4332. Very aggressive names. I like those.
I like those too.
Exactly.
Vulcan Fire, Nova Storm.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, they are actually going to fight after this particular.
I hope so.
Because Saturday night's all right for fighting. 3 Elton John songs, even though one's a repeat. But oh well.
That was the EJ trifecta, as we like to call it.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, seriously, if you follow us on Twitch and if you follow us on all the social medias, including our lovely Twitter feed, you get all sorts of notifications about what's going on with us and when we go live. So we encourage all of you to do that and share this feed with as many people as you would like. Let's see, what else do we have? In addition to, following us on all the social medias and Twitch, we also, there are a lot of people who like to support us financially, and we really, really do appreciate that. Do not take any bit of that for granted. And if you would like to count yourself among those ranks, you can find ways to do so via Twitch subscriptions and bit cheers at twitch.tv/chaoticgoodimprov, where you're probably watching right now. Whiskey in the chat just resubbed. Whiskey, yeah, a little shot of whiskey, as it were. Whiskey just resubscribed for 10 months. That is absolutely crazy. So thank you so much. That's pretty much as long as we've been able to have.
I think it's the longest.
Yeah, it happens to be me, so it's not that surprising that they've been around that long.
You know what? I'm still.
We've been doing this for almost a year.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's keep going.
Crazy. But yeah, and you guys have been a large part of that, and a long part of that too, because it's been almost a year. So thank you so much for all of your support. That really, really does help. If you'd like to support us and get a little something in return, don't forget to go to chaoticgoodimprov.com. Check out our store. We have merchandise that I conveniently left in the other room, but I swear it's there, and you can actually see it in our store. I just teased it. Now you get to see it. It looks very much like this logo right here. Yeah, whatever Chris is pointing to, whatever Gabe is pointing to, and Katie is pointing to. Now, you see, it's really cool. I can get him to do whatever I want just by saying it. It's great. That's going to come up later. Yeah, but please go check out chaoticgoodimprov.com. Check out the store. It's really good. Got all sorts of merchandise that you can wear and show your CGI pride. What else do we have? Oh yeah, in addition to the suggestions that you guys are going to be providing tonight, we also like to come up with a name for the show that we are birthing over the next hour or so. So once it is done, it's going to go into our YouTube and Twitch archives. Twitch a little less long than YouTube. YouTube is forever and ever. And we'd like to give it a name for this particular episode. So if you hear our actors say anything like really uproariously funny, or if you see like a weird little thing keep cropping up in between scenes that you think is funny, please let me know. I will be chaotic good improv in the chat. Usually folks put the title suggestion of the show in quotes. And yeah, and also Chris steps in and out of the seat. Yeah, I see that. So let's go ahead and fix that, shall we? All right. Let's get the Brady Bunch back in their order. All right.
I moved to a hotspot, so I'm giving up on my Wi-Fi tonight. That's the second time that's happened.
Oh, well, it is that. And if you'd like to help out Chris's Wi-Fi, go to twitch.tv/chaoticimprov and find ways you can financially support the show. Also, okay, but yeah, please put your suggestions for the episode title in tonight. We will be able to brand the episode with the titles that we find funniest at the end of the night. I will be keeping track of them, though, so please throw in as many as you can. Katie Joe, thank you so much for the bit cheer. All right, guys, so that will about wrap it up for my end. Let's get to the actual funny, because, I mean, housekeeping, am I right? The funny starts when Chris says so, so let's throw it back over to Chris. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we?
All right. Yeah, we're going to begin this show with a game called Pillars. This will be for Katie and Gabe. However, Chad and I will also be helping with this game. Let's go ahead and get our suggestion prompts out there first. So what I'd like as a suggestion for this would be, I would like just any location or place. It could be a room. It can be a building. It doesn't have to be a real country or city. It could be a fake one if you want, but it just anything that is a setting, any place that a scene can take place. God, my words are sucking tonight. So what's going to happen is Gabe and Katie had an improv show. You can't have a bad word. Oh, see, it didn't work again. So you can't have bad words, but just whatever. Katie and Gabe are going to be improvising a scene for you guys, but however, periodically they're going to hesitate and not be able to think of the next thing to say. So when they do that, they'll just simply raise their hand, and Chad and I will play their pillars, their little safety nets, and we'll just say the first word that comes to the top of their head. Whoever I'm the pillar for is going to have a rough time, Katie, because my words are not working tonight. But so we'll say the word, and that will be the next word out of those actors' mouths. So if Gabe hesitates, raises his hand, Chad will just say the first word that comes to his head. That's the next word out of Gabe's mouth, and he's got to justify why he said that in the context of the scene.
I feel like every word Katie gets is going to be squat.
It will be squat. Papa squat every time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Chad, do we have a suggestion for a location for this scene to take place in?
Something near and dear to Katie's heart, dog park.
Dog park. All right. So this scene will have something. Scene will have something to do with the dog park. They will take it and use it as they see fit. This is Pillars with Gabe and Katie and Chad and I running some support here in 3, 2, and 1.
Ma'am, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to give you a ticket. Your car is in 3 different spaces, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's because I'm using that new high occupancy vehicle parking. Mm-hmm. And I brought, it's me and the 3 dogs, so we need 3 times as much space.
Okay, I would think in that case you'd get a bigger car. I don't see personally how the parking space comes into it.
Oh, well, I thought it was just a given if, I needed more space. I'm so sorry, officer.
Oh, it's all right. I didn't realize you need the extra room to open up your doors. it's important that you get out all of your canines and you have room to unload your
Amazonian
friend. You keep interesting company.
I do. My Amazonian friend George, he's great. And I also, to be honest, I got to make sure people don't scratch this Nissan Versa note. It is a very high-end car, And I was just
sleeping
in it because it's so comfortable back there. You can just fit. You can just did a whole mattress, which is what I've been napping back there.
Oh, that's I got to say, I'm quite surprised you have room for George, the 3 dogs, a mattress, and yourself. It's quite impressive, really. You know, now that I think about it, I think I saw George driving here. Isn't that correct?
Well, yes, George is a very good driver.
But as far as I know, Amazonians don't often have
Blackberry.
Blackberries, to keep in touch with their professional acquaintances. And people who don't have good professional lives typically don't have licenses.
Well, I will say you are correct on the Blackberry, the lack of a Blackberry. You see, he's unplugging from work. He's got one of those
Turtles.
hurdles, and it sends messages back to the office for him. So we expect that they'll get there in about 12 years.
Yes, I didn't expect Amazon to start using turtles. They said they were going to use drones next. I didn't think turtles was the way it would go. Personally, I thought Bezos was going to start using
Hairspray
as a delivery mechanism. You just shove it in the canister and you hit the button, it just shoots on out. It's like a t-shirt gun at the football game.
Well, George said that they are prototyping that right now, actually, but it's a secret. I have the next big thing. It's a
Balloon.
It's a balloon.
Balloon?
It is. And it is amazing, okay? It just floats right around and drops packages right on your doorstep.
My goodness. I didn't see Zeppelins coming into play with Amazon. I hope they're not filling those Zeppelins with that
mead.
Otherwise the pilot would be drinking and driving, and I have to write him a ticket.
Well,
Citation.
Speaking of citations, officer, I'm hoping that after we've had this nice chat, you can just see to forgetting about that parking ticket, because I'm a nice lady, just.
Yeah, no, I think I could forgive the citation. I think in this instance we'll use a less common avenue of the law, so instead of a citation, you'll be required
Inner
to intertube down the lake here in the park and pick up the trash as you go. Just a little bit of community service.
All for community service. Last week I was
Baking cookies.
baking cookies for the prison, and it was really a really good time for me to just put my heart and soul into something for somebody else.
I'm sure the inmates enjoyed your cookies, ma'am. It's not often we get people making pastries for our inmates.
And seed. Whew. Oh, man. That was good.
Oh my goodness.
I enjoyed that.
Oh.
And so did Chris, too, because apparently, he kind of dropped a little bit. So,
No, yeah, he's gone again.
yeah. Okay, so this is, all right.
That's
and
all right.
He's in, like, the next 5 scenes, too, so that's great.
Oh,
There you are! Yeah!
I don't know what's happening, and it's not a good sign for me. But we'll roll forward with it.
All right.
Well, our next scene is for Katie and Chris, so we're glad that he's back, because I am particularly bad at this one. This game is A to Z, classic of improv. They're just going to do a scene with 27 lines in it, and each line is going to start with the next sequential line of the alphabet. But they're not going to start at A, because that's a bit easy. So if you would just drop any letter of the alphabet that is not A, we'll start on that letter. And for a suggestion, if I could get something that's been sitting in your car for way too long, something you should have gotten out of there a long time ago, but cars are basically just trash cans.
That is
I mean,
the
when you
most
think about
philosophical thing I've heard tonight. Honestly.
Cars are basically dumpsters.
Yeah.
They're mobile dumpsters.
Oh, man. And if you don't change your oil every 10,000 miles, you'll have a mobile dumpster fire. Great times. Okay, looking around here, looks like we have the letter H.
All
as
right.
our starting point.
Great. So they're going to start the scene with the letter H, and they will end this scene with a line beginning with the letter H. So they'll hit Z and wrap back around to A.
That works. And apparently someone has a Kleenex box that has been in their car way too long. So
Okay. I guess I'm assuming it's empty. Otherwise, it seems like it probably is not too bad to have it in there. But maybe you meant to take it inside. All right. So this scene will have something or nothing to do with a Kleenex box. This is A to Z with Katie and Chris, starting and ending with the letter H in 3, 2.
Achoo! Honey, can you hand me a tissue? I got some stuff on me.
I sure can, honey. Here you go. I'm sorry you're not feeling well today.
Geez, these are the softest feeling tissues I've had in a long time. They smell pleasant as well.
Know what? I bought them from that special store next to the Yankee Candle, and I'm pretty sure the scent just wafts right in there onto the tissues.
Leonard's Lotion and things? I love that store. They have everything, stuff you wouldn't even imagine.
My thoughts exactly, so that's why I thought we would go in there.
Now, honey, we got to be careful, though, because I know we're on a budget, and you know me. When I go into Leonard's Lotion and things, I tend to overspend and impulse buy.
Oh, I know. That's why I bought you a gift card, and it has only $20 on it, and this is the only card that you can use in there, all right?
Purchasing stuff with only $20, that could, man, I can already imagine how difficult that's going to be. I'm going to sit there and weigh all the pros and cons of each individual item and try and add in tax in my head automatically to make sure.
Quiet your mind. There's no need to get upset. It's $20 whole, and I know you are just gonna find the best gift for our anniversary. Oh,
Rebecca, I got something I might need to admit to you. I thought our anniversary was next week. I'm really sorry.
surely you did not forget our anniversary, because that would hurt me if I bought you a gift card so you could buy me a gift and you still forgot when it was.
The problem is that we met like a week after I had met the anniversary date of my old girlfriend, and so I sometimes meld the two. It's just serendipity, I guess, that I keep meeting people in the middle of June. But I had mistaken them, and I apologize.
Fortunately for me, we met at all. Okay, I'm so sorry. That's fine. I just want something from Leonard's Lotion and things.
Vaseline, you probably need some Vaseline because you did all that crying you do and it's chapping your lips. And if we're going to kiss and make out on our anniversary, which I'm still hoping we're doing, if you forgive me, you might want to just lube them up a little bit and make them softer.
Well, I guess I'm not that mad. I can forgive you.
Xerxes always said back in the old days, what doesn't kill you is something worth living for. It's a loose translation. I don't speak Persian, so I'm just doing the best I can.
You know what, honey? That was beautiful. I'm sorry for getting upset. That was fine.
Zip it. I am going to apologize to you again. And you know what? I'm going to take this $20 gift card and I'm going to buy you some Vaseline. And I'm also going to buy you some flowers. And I'm going to buy you some of that special lip balm you love, the Albuquerque lip balm, straight from New Mexico.
Albuquerque lip balm is my favorite lip balm.
Balms in general are nice. I mean, just any sort of balm. Even when the weather's balmy, I enjoy it.
Can't disagree with you there, hun. Well, I'm glad we had this chat and sorted this out.
Debbie, Rebecca, I'm glad we had this chat too.
We have made the stuff forward. You just ruin it with your forgetfulness and your. I don't ever want to hear that name come across your lips again.
fine. I'll work real hard not to say that name. I'll just, you know what? I'll just forget all names in general. I'll just refer to people as you.
Good, good. I think that is what you should do if you're going to be calling me Daddy.
Here you go. I'm going to give you a gift card back. I don't feel like I deserve it.
And scene.
Oh man, is my audio cutting in and out, or is it sounding all right?
It sounds good.
Okay,
I think it's all right.
Just making sure that I'm not cutting in and out of my interwebs.
Okay, well, speaking of cutting in and out, we're about to cut in and out between several scenes in what we haven't tried before. This is going to be a three-way switch. It's not going to be a three-way
No,
switch.
it is. I was just shaking my head because my internet is messing with me in between.
Okay.
I was shaking my head because I didn't think it was next because I'm an idiot and looked in the wrong place of the set list.
I was shaking my head because of peer pressure. But we are actually going to have a three-way switch. Something we haven't done before, but we're going to doggone try it. So why don't we do that? So Chris, Gabe, and Katie are all going to be in pairs together in scenes. Chris and Gabe will be a pair. Gabe and Katie will be a pair. Katie and Chris will be a pair of actors. So I'm going to need all the suggestions you got. Just give them all to me. I don't care. Whatever they are. If you can give me a far-off exotic place that you've always wanted to go to. Or you can give me, perhaps, let's see, a very inexpensive item that you just can't do without every day. Or maybe a relationship between two people. It doesn't matter. Those are just ideas to get you started, get your little synapses firing in your brains. Because what we're going to do is we're going to assign whatever suggestions you give us to each pair of actors. So Chris and Gabe, Gabe and Katie, Katie and Chris, okay? Each pair will have a suggestion, and at any point, I can switch between the scenes that they're playing simply by saying the name of the suggestion. It's like I have a vocal a remote control, kind of like Roku, only better because it's live. So yeah, we'll switch between them as much as I want to, and it'll be really fun for the whole family. Try it at home, actually. This would be a really fun game to play with your own friends and everything at your next party. Just you have to credit us and give us royalties if you do. Kidding. All right, so let's see what we have here. Wow, this is amazing. All right, Chris and Gabe, your suggestion is Bora Bora.
Oh,
yeah,
all right.
Exactly. Whatever that means to you. Addy Hunter's blowing up the chat, by the way. Let's see what we have here.
Good. Yay, Addy.
I like it. I like it. Let's see. Gabe and Katie, your suggestion is pizza rolls. And Katie and Chris, rather, your suggestion is Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. All right.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, so let's go around the room one more time. Chris and Gabe, your suggestion is
Bora Bora.
Gabe and Katie, your suggestion is
Pizza rolls.
Katie and Chris, your suggestion is
Comic-Con.
Okay. I don't even know what a Bora Bora is, but let's give it a shot. I want to see a scene with Bora Bora. We'll start with Chris and Gabe in our little square triangle. This will be switch in 3, 2, and 1.
Well, Stephen, we found a second one, and we're going to name this one the Bora Borealis.
Oh, why, this is profound. I can't believe it. And you know, just serendipitous that we're here vacationing on Bora Bora, and we saw the next Bora Borealis. I don't even know how to compute this coincidence.
Yes, Stephen, I am very excited personally for what this will mean to the people of Bora Bora. It only comes out once every 15 years, but when it does, it's spectacular.
Yes, I've heard in the lore of the Bora Boranese that every 15 years, when the Bora Borealis is visible in the sky, that for that brief instant, through the mists across the ocean, you can actually see the long-lost Bora Bora Bora.
My goodness, Stephen. 15 years from now, we must embark on an expedition. We have to know what is there in the Bora Bora Bora.
Yes. The tribors is what I prefer to call them in the academic lingo, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Pizza rolls.
Oh my God. It's like a tiny Hot Pocket. And personally, I'm not into it.
Okay, well, Brittany, we're running out of options here. So I'm not really sure what you want me to do.
Yeah, of course we're out of options, Stephanie. You only cooked us pizza rolls, and there's like 50 of them. Do you really think you and I are going to eat 50 pizza rolls each?
Well, I mean, I'm up for the challenge, but apparently you are not, so.
Well, it's just that we agreed that tonight we were going to watch, we were just watching 1 or 2 episodes of The Office. And personally, I don't think 40 minutes is enough to eat 50 pizza rolls. I would have to eat almost 2 pizza rolls a minute.
Like, you couldn't eat 2 pizza rolls. I don't know if you can math.
Well, I mean, it's more than 1, okay? And that's too many pizza rolls.
Okay, listen. I feel like the problem here is this has nothing to do with pizza rolls.
Then what is the problem?
I think we both know that we can't both have Jake. So
Comic-Con.
I'm so excited. I know the show has been off the air for like at least 10 years now, but I cannot wait to go to the Warehouse 13 panel.
Oh my God, me either. I have been waiting for this day for so long.
Yeah, I've heard Allison Scagliotti is single now, and I was just hoping maybe if I locked eyes with her, she would see into my soul and realize that I am a catch.
You want me to like be your wingman? Because I could totally.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be any worse than the last wingman I brought with me last Comic-Con. We kind of got kicked out of Comic-Con, which I didn't even know was possible. I didn't even know you could do that. But we were doing some pretty hardcore hounding. It was unacceptable.
Yeah, no. I mean, I would just talk about how great you are. Like, you've got a puppy. You know how to cook. You're good with kids. I don't know.
No, so I think that's great. Those are all really good things that I can't think of on the fly. So what we could do is I brought a second costume to cosplay. It's a really long, slender raincoat sort of thing. Like I'm a real tall guy. What I was thinking is I can sit on your shoulders and you can like Cyrano de Bergerac whisper up through the coat and I'll hear you and I'll say those words to Allison Scagliotti of Warehouse 13.
I love it. That is brilliant.
Bora Bora.
Oh, I'm getting too old to be waiting every 15 years for this. We missed the previous one, and now It's been 30 years. I need to find the tribal.
No, Stephen, it's becoming absurd. I really think we can make it this time. We just need to remember that we shouldn't buy a second-rate boat. We need to get the money for a first-rate ship, something that can go the distance.
Yes. It is quite a distance to Bora Bora. I'm beginning to believe that the ancient Bora Boranese were incorrect with their assessment of this mythical tribal, the Bora Bora Bora. I'm beginning to doubt myself.
Perhaps we should give it up. I've been grooming my children to take up this task after us. They're very emotionally inept and quite frankly, in a lot of a mental anguish, but they are fixated on this one specific task.
Well, you did name your children Bora and Bora Bora as well. And we're living on Bora Bora looking for the tribe Bora 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 Bora. I can see why your children would go as insane as we are.
I think Bora Bora and Bora will get the job done. And we can rest easy, my friend, Stephen.
I'm so excited, though, that they're taking after us in your profession. They're going to be Bora and Bora Bora the Explorer. I just love the fact that is happening.
Comic-Con.
That went so well.
You're welcome.
I mean, I don't know if you could see if you were peeking through the buttons.
I thought it'd be weird if she saw, like, my eyes peeking through.
Yeah. Well, especially, maybe some question, what's down below. I just didn't want it to be weird. Like, I've heard of a one-eyed trouser snake, but I didn't want her to see an actual eye. That'd just be weird,
That would be weird.
Yeah. I just think she was so amazed at how tall I was. She had to have believed it. I mean, she had a cricket in her neck, looking up so tall.
No. Well, listen, my only concern is you got that date with her tonight.
Or you're coming with me. You have to. I can't do this alone. Your words are magic.
Well,
Pizza rolls.
I think you're right. I think that the pizza rolls reminded me of him because, as I already said, I mean the pizza rolls they're no hot pocket.
you know that Jake is at least as good as a hot pocket.
I mean, yes, in many ways, Jake is as good as a hot pocket. Doesn't mean he's as big as a hot pocket.
Oh. Well, it sounds like you know this much information, and you are going to be in trouble.
I mean, you can snitch if you want to. If you do that, I'm going to tell them about Kevin, James, and Steven, that weird old explorer dude you were hooking up with in Bora Bora when we went on family vacation.
I will keep my mouth shut about Jake, but he's at least as good as a hot pocket. I'll have you know.
No, I don't understand why you're judging me. If you know this, if you've been with Jake, then that's cool or whatever. I didn't realize that by me flirting with Jake, I was trying to steal him from you. I didn't want to. All right, like I really like you, Stephanie. I didn't.
Well, I like you too. I just thought if you were talking to him, obviously you must want him, because why else would you be talking to someone that you know that I like?
Oh my gosh, no, it's not like that. It's just, I know you like Jake, and so I wanted to get to know Jake because I didn't want him to be bad for you. And the fact that I slept with him is completely beside it. That's a separate issue.
Oh my God. Well, then, I don't even know what to do. I feel like you did show him if you slept with him, but if you weren't trying to, I don't know if should we still be friends? I feel like maybe I'll the rules for myself now because it's a lot of feelings I have to eat right now.
Oh my God, that was a lot, and it was so much that I kind of just blinked out there for a second. I didn't even. I just completely stopped listening. To be perfectly frank.
Okay, I know that got weird after the date last night, but thank you for still running with it. Who knew she was going to be so forward and invite me to her room?
I am traumatized. That was.
You have to admit, it was pretty exciting, though. It was almost like a voyeur was watching, even though I guess technically someone was.
And scene.
Oh man!
My God.
That got weird, and whatever. I'm not sorry.
I'm so glad you found a place for Bora Bora the Explorer, because I thought of it pretty early on, but I couldn't find a way to fit it in there. But you nailed it.
Oh man.
There.
By the way, props to Addie Hatter, who DM'd me all the geographic information on Bora Bora that I ever needed to know. So I know what it is now. Thanks, guys.
All right. Is Chris frozen?
Chris is frozen again. It's all right.
Okay.
He'll be back.
Cool.
He'll definitely be back.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Do we want to do the next two games in reverse order? Oh, he's back.
Yeah, he's back. All right. Yeah, we can go ahead with the next one.
Oh, is he back?
I'm not sure. He just froze again.
And-
Oh no! Oh, he's back.
I'm back. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is that's happening. It's voodoo because I've got great cover. I don't know. It's just weird. All right. I'm just not going to mess with anything else. We're going hotspot for the rest of the night. I'm not even going to try and get back to my Wi-Fi. So.
That works. Okay. Let's see here. I guess we'll move on to the next game, which will be two suggestions. one of the easiest games that we have here, because all we need are 2 suggestions, much like we have with Switch. So I'm not going to put a whole lot of labor on you guys tonight. Just give me 1 suggestion of literally anything that might be burning in your head, and I'm going to pick one from earlier, because we had several from earlier that we did not get to that I think would be amazing. So let's go ahead and, just put a suggestion of anything you want in the chat. By the way, if you're watching via Facebook or YouTube, I got my eye on you as well. So feel free to put it in there as well. And, I'm going to look back and see what we have here in our repertoire of previous suggestions. So, okay, right off the bat, I see amphitheater.
Okay.
Yep. And going into the new suggestions, rolling, first one to hit my eyeballs. You know what? There was a comment, but I'm taking a suggestion from it. Wi-Fi. So, all right, amphitheater and Wi-Fi. Those are your 2 suggestions to just build a scene out of. We will literally build a scene out of anything. So this is 2 suggestions with Wi-Fi and amphitheater in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh man, I'm exhausted.
It's been a long week, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I hope we get the overtime that they promised. I don't want to get stiff like last time.
Yeah, no, I think I don't know. I think the days are done where the employees here at the Biz keep putting up with this crap.
Yeah, I don't. But they obviously they need us. They can't. They don't have the technical acumen to put together what it is they're asking us to do. Yet they do kind of treat us like we're second-class citizens. Like they don't even know our names. They just call us, "Hey, you guy."
Yeah,
it's rude.
It's getting a little upsetting. I've been working here for about 15 years, and it's demeaning. I think just the work that we do itself is really rough.
Yeah, and it's also it's not even creative anymore. They're just making these cookie cutter theaters inside these buildings. It's not like it used to be when we first started working here. We built these just the grandiose amphitheater in the middle of the park where you wouldn't even need electronics just because the acoustics and the voice could be carried.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. If you ask me, the fact that we are building all these buildings is just it's a perfect picture of how much worse theater has gotten. That they need all this help.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and the thing is you look at how the cast, there's so many theaters to fill. All the casts are being divided, and it's almost like the directors are having a draft. So like every show has like one really good actor on it, but then the actors start tapering down. You'd think if they had fewer theaters, they'd be able to put a good cast together with all good actors,
Oh, golly. I know how that is. My nephew, he tried out for a play, and he got in. He got one of the leading roles, and he's terrible. I mean, the kid has no talent.
Yeah,
just at all.
Yeah, he's in that the new play they're having at the off Broadway theater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he's in Wi-Fi. It's a good. Yeah. I say good. It's a musical. It's like a really bad version of Rent.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. Instead of complaining, about living in a time where, there's HIV is a big thing and being poor, living in New York. It's just about kids getting pissed off that their Fortnite gets disconnected because their Wi-Fi goes. It's a horrible. Yeah. It's an awful play. Yeah, who would come up with that?
You got that character who can't get their TikTok to get off the ground. Everyone's struggling to pay for Wi-Fi. It's just.
Yeah. And instead of they're really loose with the term musical. It's basically just songs and the actors doing the Fortnite dances. It's just not even technically a musical at all.
Craig, can I be honest with you?
Sure, go ahead, Julius.
I wrote Wi-Fi. I brought it up I didn't like it. I wanted your honest opinion.
No, now wait a minute though. I think the script is phenomenal. It's the way they're directing it and putting it together at that theater that's awful. I just,
You're a slippery one, Craig.
I am. I don't bathe very often.
And scene.
What an ending to that scene. It was so real and so intense, and then just what the hell?
I kind of want to see Influencer the musical now as well. TikTok getting off the ground, great times.
Yeah. Hey, Chad, can you intro and get some of these products? I'll come in and run it. I just want to go actually check on my Wi-Fi real quick so that I can hopefully get a better connection. I'll be right back.
Absolutely. So I believe our next game up, this will actually be for Chris and Katie. This will be seen through. Oh, I'm sorry. This is product placement.
Next up is product placement.
Yeah, it is product placement, which is Gabe and Katie, actually. So, yeah, good times. Okay, so, guys, what we're going to need as Gabe silently slips off into the west, we're going to need as many products as you can throw at me. And I mean, just go ahead and throw name brand, name brand, name brand. Not just, any kind of, like, generic product. Nothing like, Walmart. Oh, I mean, guess you could do Walmart brand. But as long as it's a brand name, as long as it's a brand name product, go ahead and throw it at me. What we're going to do is we're going to start a scene, and I'll pick a suggestion that we previously had for a scene to get it started off, but your suggestions for products will come into play. Because as you may know, a lot of movies these days make their bones, make their money and everything off of shilling products in the scene. So, like, if you ever watch a movie and someone has their Coke can suspiciously turned to the camera as they take a sip and everything, they get a little money off of that. Well, we're going to do that by doing a scene, and we're going to work as many products into the scene as we can. The actors have to justify, though, why they are working the products that I call out into the scene. It's going to be a lot of fun. So at any point I can call out a product, they have to then work it into the scene and make it make sense. So we need as many products as we can get. And also, just a quick reminder, I mean, it's just a shameless way to chill for me. I can't believe that so many places do it, but hey, what can you do? Yeah. Damn, that's what energy drink. All right. So, as I check back over into the chat, let's see what we have so far. Okay, well, right off the bat, we have Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. No, Coca-Cola, not Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola. We have Craftsman screwdrivers. I like how specifically screwdrivers are mentioned. That is brilliant. That is great stuff. We love stuff like that, so keep them rolling. Philips light bulbs.
Someone went to Home Depot today.
Yeah, they did. Lay's potato chips. Get your smile on.
Lay's potato.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Throwback right there.
Yeah, it is. Deep cut. Let's see what we have here. All right. I'm going to check here. Charmin toilet paper.
Charmin toilette papel.
Okay. Let me just check here real quick on our other streams here. Okay. BC headache powder.
Ah, BC powder. I like that stuff.
Yeah,
I choked on that once. My friend told me not to inhale it, and he was lying.
Seagram's drinks.
Seagram's drinks, all of them.
Yes, every single one of them.
How about one, we can probably do with maybe one or two more.
One or two more. All right, let's see what we got here. Just scrolling.
Scrolling with the homies.
Oh, HP printers.
HP printers. Now we're just looking around our room. All right, HP
Right.
printers. And we do. What about a suggestion for the scene?
Yes, I was going to scroll back and get that. We have a suggestion for clowns.
Clowns. All right, so this. So what we're going to do is this scene's going to have something to do with clowns. Katie and Gabe will be improvising a scene periodically throughout. I will just call out one of these products. They're going to have to find a way to intercalate that product into the scene as if they were kind of having a little a product placement in the scene, like you kind of see in movies. So this is product placement with Gabe and Katie. Clowns in 3, 2, and 1.
Me. I'm worried that Charlie is not having fun at his birthday party.
Yeah, I don't think. I think we might have goofed it on this one. I think 10's a bust.
Yeah. Gosh. You're going to be the talk of all the mommy groups.
Yeah, I don't know. The neighborhood is very judgmental on birthdays. I mean, you know Phil last week he threw for his son. It was just a big bash. They had the bouncy castle. They had a magician, and all we got was this one clown that he's slipped on a banana 15 times now. The kids they're not laughing anymore.
Charmin toilet paper.
Maybe I got an idea. It's like to break the rules, right?
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll go inside and get some of our Charmin toilet paper,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll let them just pee the neighbor.
Oh my gosh, that is so fantastic. Charmin, it's so durable that when you throw it, it's not just going to tear apart, but when it rains, it's just gonna go right away because it evaporates. It does that thing that only toilet paper does, like no other paper, where it just vanishes.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna pull this party out of the toilet, if you will.
Oh my
with
God.
Charmin GP next door.
I think little Jimmy's gonna love that. I think he and his friends they're gonna go hog wild over this. You're brilliant.
Well,
Philips light bulbs.
I love you,
wow.
and you look stunning right now. Let me just say that the lighting is perfect for you, and that is probably thanks to our Philips light bulb.
Those things are so bright. They make your skin look positively radiant.
Yes.
Okay? Like,
Yeah.
I can't look better. I almost forgot that you called our son by the wrong name.
Yeah, I do that. Well, I call him Little Jimmy.
Seagram's drinks.
Sorry, what was that?
Seagram's drinks.
I'm gonna let you take this one, Wi-Fi. Wife.
Wi-Fi? What? Well, listen, okay. Here's the thing. I'm a little upset, but I also think that I might feel better if you just grab me one of those delicious Seagram's Escapes out of the refrigerator. The Jamaican me happy right now would make me happy.
You know what? I'll give you here you go. Here's.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I think if you drink that, and you'll get right back to the person I married rather than the person you've become begrudgingly over the past 15 years.
BC powder.
You want me to get the powder?
Yeah. Baby, you're giving me a headache by complaining
Yeah, I know.
about me so much.
It's over the fridge. Let me get that. Here you go. God, we don't have much left. You use this stuff so often.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you give me headaches a lot. Between you and
I do.
Charlie, I just can't seem to. Oh.
Between me and little Charles, Jimmy, Donovan, yeah, you get a lot of headaches. And let me say that I'm glad that we got the BC powder, because we're about as testing as the world was before Christ. BC, got it, nailed it, landed the
Craftsman screwdrivers.
Ever I heard one.
Etsy, we'll send it there. All right. Nicely done. That was fun. Dude, that might have been my favorite line of the show. Because this man has said that many times. Do you want me to get the powder? That's a common phrase in that household.
Oh my God.
Why don't we move on to and end the show with good, bad, worse? It's already 8:26. I think that would be a good way to end this show. And I would hate for my interwebs to interrupt during a
Seen three ways. It is a really long game.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, guys. So yeah, we'll end off with a little good, bad, worse. And this is basically for all of us because, we've had a lot of laughs here tonight, and we love to give laughs, and we love to get laughs. But one thing that we'd like to do is a little bit of community service because the courts told us to. So what we're going to do is we're going to provide advice to all of you out there in internet land. Because
Wi-Fi's back.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Wi-Fi is back. There you go. All right. Yeah, we totally trust that at this point, right?
I wouldn't at all. I think it needs the powder.
What we're going to need from all of you is any questions for advice that you would need. Any kind of advice for any burning questions of the day that you have.
Burning question.
Yeah, exactly. Burning questions. Like a Philips light bulb. They burn. because what we're going to do is we're going to give you life advice that you may or may not, and totally may not follow. But in the deal of the century, we're going to give it to you in the best, in a good way, in a bad way, and in a worse way. So, like, it's kind of a package deal, honestly. You ask us for advice, we give you advice, and you can choose which of the advice you follow or don't. Actually, I should preface this by saying, do not take actual professional advice from any kind of improv show. But
You can take it from me.
exactly, yeah, and me too. And the rest of them, I don't know. Love you guys. All right, let's see what we have here in the chat, if I have rambled on enough. Let's see. Ron Beeham asks, how to get my kid to clean his room? We need good advice on this, guys. So, Gabe, with the good advice, please.
No, absolutely. I think a good way, a starting point, is to go into his room and hide just a couple of candies, kind of like an Easter egg scenario in his mess, and tell him that if he cleans it up, not only will he find those candies, but also you'll give him one more candy when it's all clean.
That's actually not too bad, but let's go with some bad advice as a counterpoint from Chris.
So Gabe had the reinforcement. I'm more of a negative reinforcement guy. I would tell your kid that hidden underneath his clothes in the trash are actually dangerous animals, and that will come and get him. And as long as everything's put away, he will be safe. So hopefully he'll be afraid of those dangerous animals, the snakes and spiders, and clean his room.
All right, as terrifying as that is, we have even worse advice from Katie. Katie, go ahead.
So what you got to do is, after weeks of complaining that your kid's room looks like a pigsty, you need to literally turn it into a pigsty. If they don't clean up their room, just get some pigs. I know where you can get some. Put them into the room and just let them live in filth. Because if your kid wants to live like a pig, you should just let them do it.
This was actually kind of the plot to Spirited Away. Anyway, all right, let's move on to the next question. Addie Hatter asked in the chat, how do I get my hair to look as great as Chad's? Flattery will get you everywhere, but we're going to need some good advice on this. Does anyone have any good advice besides myself? Okay, Chris, with the good advice.
Lots of love, lots of low caustic shampoo, and some extra moisturizing conditioner. The regiment of hair products and the cleansing of the scalp is very important. However, with enough practice, and if you stick to the 12-step program that Chad has on the back of his hairstyling pamphlet, you too can have hair as beautiful as Chad's.
Okay then, well, with that ego boost, we're going to move on to bad advice, to how to get your hair looking as good as Chad's. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and spill my secrets with the bad advice. So, everything Chris just said, only don't do that. Just wake up in a cold sweat every morning thinking about the existential dread of your existence, and eventually all that's going to dry out and is going to give you long, luxurious hair and lack of sleep, which, quite frankly, adds to your overall health. And the more unhealthy you look, the more healthy your hair looks. That's dark. All right, so now worse advice from that. Go ahead, Katie.
So what you do is you wait until Chad eventually falls asleep. Just cut his hair off and turn it into a wig.
So it was you. Of course. All right. Well, good to know. Good to know. We'll discuss that later. Rob Beeham asks, how do you fold a fitted sheet? We need good advice on folding a fitted sheet, the bane of everyone's existence. Katie, with the good advice.
You don't.
That is actually the best advice we've had all night on any subject. But we're going to need to move on to some bad advice on how to fold a fitted sheet. Does anyone have bad advice from Gabe?
Yeah. You just take some scissors, and if you reach in the fitted sheet, you'll find the four corners. I mean, they're there where the seams come up. You just cut a straight line around so it turns the fitted sheet into a more foldable object, and you fold that, and the rest you can turn it into a hula hoop, a dress, or you can just throw it right in the garbage.
Bad advice, but still effective. Worst advice for folding a fitted sheet? I will go with that one. So Don't have to fold a fitted sheet if you don't sleep with any sheets, honestly. If you just have a plain mattress just lying in the middle of your floor, you're good. As a matter of fact, don't even use the mattress. Get a sleeping bag. Matter of fact, don't even use a sleeping bag. Get an old quilt that you bought at a thrift store and don't even bother washing it. Honestly, that is the most low maintenance that you can get. And, yeah, I should know. All right, for our final bit of advice, we are going to ask what to do if someone cuts you off in traffic. We need really good advice on this because this is something that all of us have dealt with at some point in our lives. Cutting off in traffic, good advice, Chris.
The first thing to do is put yourself in the shoes of the other person. You don't know what they're going through. They could be in a rush. They could be distracted. Don't take it personally. Also realize it's something you can't change or control. And just count to 10, take a deep breath. If no collision, no harm, no foul, move on with your day.
That is very zen. And now let's do the opposite of zen, which would be Nez, I guess, from Gabe with the bad advice.
Yeah, I think the way I like personally to handle this is to believe fully that God has chosen them to cut you off for a reason. Because if you went faster, you would get T-boned by another car. So just in that situation, channel your anger into love for God.
All right, so if anyone has worse advice than that, and it's hard for me to
I'll go
think.
again. I don't care.
Chris, go ahead, man. Take us home.
Epic streetcar chasing. I would doesn't even matter if you're late for work. If someone cuts you off, you chase them down to the ends of the earth and you let them know exactly how you feel and how they ruined their day. And then you ruin theirs. I would go with slashing tires, sugar in the tank, whatever you want to do. Just don't resort to physical violence. Save that for later.
And scene. Okay.
Oh man.
Wow.
And that's our show. All right. And just in time for my Wi-Fi to come back, our show is over. So this is great. So hopefully I wasn't too choppy during the show. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Addie Hatter and Ron Behan, for all of your suggestions and for wherever else we got these, whether they came on YouTube or Facebook. I just remember Chad saying those names. So, and you guys are frequents and we love you because you guys are you're always hanging out with us. So thank you for that. I want to thank our cast here tonight. I want to do a big thank you to Katie and Gabe for playing along with us. It was a fun time tonight. There's some still giggling at that. Do you want me to bring the powder? That's such a true line. Like that line has been spoken a billion times in this country alone. So, and of course, Chad for doing all of the bells, whistles, wizardry, the magic, the electrons, the tech wizardry stuff. Like, I just need you to come over and run the stream from my house so you can fix my Wi-Fi. That just is basically what I need.
At some point, that is going to happen. Yeah.
Hopefully, eventually, we'll be able to do this in a more person space. So we'll do it in person.
Personable person space.
That sounds gross. That sounds like I'm giving someone an exam. But anyway, for you guys, if you guys have any last minute ideas for title ideas, go ahead and type those into the chat right now. While Chad runs over what is happening? Goes over some of the previous titles you guys have had. We'll select our title for the show tonight. So I'll stop talking because it's not working. So Chad, what are our potential titles so far for the show?
Well, before I get to those, I do need to extend a very special thank you to Addie Hatter for the bit cheers and for subscribing. Again, renewing the subscription. That's 3 months of the subscription. That is really generous. We really do appreciate that. Katie Joe, thank you for the bit cheer. Whiskey, thank you for your bit cheer. And as always, thank you to Vulcan Fire and Nova Storm for the follows. And Rob Behan for the bit cheers
Vulcan
as well.
Nova Storm.
Exactly. Vulcan Fire.
Nova Storm.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh dear. Okay, well we have a late breaking edition, so I'm glad I took time for that. So let me add that to the list. Okay, we have a respectable list tonight. First of all, we have Bala Balloon.
Bala Balloon, yeah.
You Can't Math.
That's good.
Bora Bora the Explorer.
I figured that was going to happen.
Jamaican Me Happy.
That's good. Is that an actual product name? Okay.
It's a flavor of Seagram's Escapes.
Okay.
And Personable Person Space.
Yeah. And that's just funny because it's stupid, and it came out of my mouth, and it's just, and I always point out when I say dumb things. So, if you guys like any of those ideas, just feel free to type it in again. We'll count that as an upvote, and we'll look those over. And anyone in our cast, if you guys have votes for any of those that are your favorites.
I really like the Bora the Explorer.
Bora the Explorer? Okay. I like that too, especially because I said it. But even though I knew Gabe, I wanted to say it because I've had a feeling Gabe was thinking the same thing.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I think that's a great title.
Yeah.
Personally.
And we'll wait for the audience to see if they upvote anything different. Just as a reminder, this Tuesday we have another Jackbox Game Show. If you want to play along with us, let us know. We'll get you on our Zoom chat with us, so you'll be live with us, out being streamed out to the people watching and playing along with us. It's a great time. Just let us know if you don't have our contact info. You can go to chaoticandimprov.com/contact to let us know you want to play with us. And next Thursday and Saturday, we've got some more improv for you. Same time, same bad channel. So Chad, are we settling with Dora or Bora? Bora the Explorer, or does the audience have something else in mind?
I mean, guys, have you ever had a line so good that you just have never been able to, say it again correctly?
I'm having an off night with talking.
It's all good.
You and your Wi-Fi, Chris. You and your Wi-Fi.
It is all my Wi-Fi. I would normally sound perfect and intelligent. It's the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's all good. Bora the Explorer is definitely a thing that we're doing. So that is going to be the episode title. And very special thanks to Addie Hatter for the suggestion.
Yeah, Addie. I'm pretty sure Addie Hatter has the record. Or if not, it's tied with Arm Little for the record of titles, because those two just go back and forth with title suggestions. So.
All right. And for Channel Raid tonight, we have a young, upstanding person who's actually doing a hockey stream tonight, one of my favorite sports actually, and who I've actually been following for a little bit. So Shaggy Von Doom 13, very interesting fellow with a very interesting podcast as well. So we'll go ahead and say hi to him on the way out.
Groovy. All right. So thank you guys. If you could stick around with us real quick, just so we can raid our fellow Twitch streamers, show us some support. But I do want to thank you guys for your suggestions, and thank our actors again for playing with us tonight. So have a wonderful rest of your night.
Bye, guys.